Hi, I'm Jesse with Canine Perspective, and we're back with another quick tutorial on the recall and just coordinating. This time we're adding in the remote, okay? So I train all my dogs over 6 months on remote collar. All my clients' dogs that come in that work with me, we train them on remote collar. It's the best training tool in my opinion. It's fast, it's effective, and it's reliable. But there's this part here is a bit coordination heavy. So in the last video, we talked about how you lock your leash and wrap it around your finger and such. In this case, I'm going to show you how I go about handling the leash while having the remote in my hand as I'm putting on pressure. So if I have a dog at the end of the leash and I'm starting to remote, when the dog's moving towards me, I like to take up the excess slack to make it easier for the dog to get to the answer, okay? So as you're moving towards me from a distance, and this is a 30-foot leash, so if they're 30 feet away, if they move 10 feet closer to me, I would be pulling and reeling in that leash, and then I would lock it right at that 20-foot mark, and then I would start remoting again, and I would take up more slack, okay? So I'm right-handed. So with the way of the layout of the collar, if this is the button that I'm using, the stem, my thumb's here. What I like to do is, again, open palm, and I'll take my middle finger, or you can even take these fingers here, as these two fingers hold your remote. Okay, so you have your thumb here, and your pointer finger here, and these fingers are free to reel in the leash as you're tapping, and as you're moving back and pulling in that slack, and then when you need to, simply lock it. And when you're ready to bring in the dog some more, you release the lock, you're pulling back with your hand as you're tapping, and you lock when needed, okay? So, again, we're at the end of the leash. Got my thumb on the nick button, the momentary stem. I got these fingers free. Got my hand palm up with the leash, and I can just feed it through as I'm tapping. And when I'm ready, I can just turn my hand to lock it. Feed it through. When I'm ready, lock it. Okay? I'll do a quick little close-up. So, boom. Finger and the thumb on the stem. Fingers free. Hand up. I'm reeling in. And when I'm ready, I decide to just lock it. Okay? Reel it in. And lock it. Unlock. Unlock. Just like that, okay? So this way, if something happens, your dog's not going to get anywhere. You're free from, or you're safe from a rope burn. You don't need a tight grip. You just need a good grip, okay? Just like that. And I suggest that you may feel silly, but while you're at home, just get used to this coordination. Because once you're out there and you're actually training, and there's a lot going on, you got the distractions, you got your dog's not doing things exactly like they're supposed to be doing because you're training them. You want to at least get the skill down, so that this way it's much easier, and it takes 1 to 2 things off your mind. Okay, so it's a very simple way of handling it. But when you tie in, you got your long leash, you got your remote. You're trying to figure out how to handle it. Your dog's pulling every which way. There's a distraction. You got all this stuff going on here. It's so many things to think about that you want to get this down to where you're not even thinking about it. It's so natural to you just to do this. Like for me, I've done this for so long, I don't even think about it. I always right away get into position. So that's the quick little tutorial on how to handle both your remote and your long leash when you're doing recall work. Okay, and I'm just with Canine Perspective, and thank you for watching.